What went wrong with Multiversus? I'm sure you've seen a lot of the negative things and reactions happening around this game. Now, when Multiversus first came out, I was on vacation, and the hotel Wi-Fi was so trash, I hadn't even got a chance to actually play the game until a few days ago. So today, we are going to see if all the bad things about this game are still true 2 weeks later, and we are even going to go over some good updates for once. So this is how it's going to go. We are going to talk about the core aspects of the game, what they did right at first, what the complaints are, and whether or not they have fixed some of the problems or not. Let's talk about something I find very positive first: the gameplay itself. So when I first jumped into the game, I actually found the game just as fun as it was from the open beta, but something that continues to aggravate the hell out of me, I don't know if it's on every console, but I have this problem especially with me playing on Xbox, is the desynchronization. Literally every single match I get into, it just has some type of desynchronization, or it kicks me out, or it kicks my friend out and ends up causing a loss. Or when you're about to do a rematch and it just flat out kicks everyone out of the game. As far as I know, I think I looked on Twitter and I saw that they were working on this disconnection desynchronization problem, but that was something that I noticed immediately that needs to get fixed pronto. Something else that kind of grinds my gears is the fact that when you are going for a rematch, you can't change your characters. So let's say you're playing as Batman and you get your ass kicked and you say, you know what, I'm going to switch to my main LeBron and throw some balls in their face. You can't do that because it's not a function anymore. If I remember correctly, it used to be a part of the game to where you could fight your opponent, win or lose, have a rematch, and actually switch your character to something that better suits you in the situation. But you can't do that anymore. And I think that's something that should have been in a game like at launch. That's like a quality of life thing that should be there no matter what. Now, I haven't actually heard anything about them fixing this part of the game, but as far as a frequent disconnection, I'm sure that they're working on that. And if they are, I'll put like something up showing that they said that they're working on it. Something that also left a lot of players angry about 2 weeks ago was the fact that when you played regular PvP, it didn't go towards your battle pass unless you're doing daily objectives. They have since fixed that from my understanding, or they are working on it. In fact, they've actually increased the P to 50, allowing you to get more experience points towards your battle pass and towards your character mastery. At first, this game seemed like it was fucked based off of the things I was seeing on YouTube. People were just going crazy with issues and things they didn't like about the game, but it seems like the team is actually showing initiative to make changes and fix things. I just think when they came back with the game, they knew it was going to be a lot of people, a lot of loyal fans that were going to jump in, and they were prioritizing the wrong things. And one of those things that I feel like they were prioritizing way too much was over monetization. Looking at the UI made this one thing jump out at me. Yes, there are too many currencies. I've already said that there's a lot of them, but the grind of getting those currencies are stupid dumb. Like, it would take you ages to get enough currency to buy a new skin. It would take you ages to get enough currency to buy cosmetics. You hear some of the smaller things like perk currency. I mean, me personally, when I joined the game, I had a whole bunch of perk currency, and honestly, I feel like I will never ever run out of perk currency. But everything else, it just seems very unattainable to me, very grindy. Not that there's anything wrong with the grind, but when your game is so much of a grind that it feels as if you have to almost pay just to even get characters, let alone get to certain parts of the PvE parts of the game, and we'll get to that in a bit. It just makes a lot of fans disinterested in your game. This definitely shows that they have a priority on making some money, which is okay. But when it gets to the point to where players basically have to pay to get to certain parts of your game, then it's too much, such as the rifts. So to be honest, I could not be bothered to play rifts. If you want a full in-depth video on rifts and Multiversus, someone has made a video about it and I watched that one too. So just look up Multiversus explained rifts. So basically in rifts, it's a entirely different game mode. You have fights, you have mini games, and you basically get buffs for that side of the game because it's PvE and it won't affect the PvP part of the game. The problem is that at certain points you cannot progress unless you use a certain character. I don't know if they've actually changed this, but hearing this alone made me not even want to play that mode, because I could be having a hell of a time, but the fact that I know that I'm going to eventually get to a part that I won't be able to progress unless I have another character. That kind of rubs me the wrong way. And honestly, I feel like it's a bit predatory. But going back to the over monetization, the thing that really made me notice this was the UI. Like I said, the UI made me notice the over monetization. The over monetization made me notice the UI. So when I first got in, navigating the UI was a bit weird. Maybe I'm a bit slow, but when I tried to navigate the UI, it was kind of weird to understand. I felt like it could have been a bit more simplistic than it was, but that's just personal opinion. Maybe it was easy for you to navigate, but in my opinion, the UI is a bit too complicated and there could be some type of improvements for that. There's a lot of problems with this game, a lot of problems circulating around this game, but the big question is the game still good? I would objectively say yes, the core gameplay is still good. But the question is, does this game have longevity? Will people keep playing it? I would say probably not unless they fix these problems. But based off of the communication by them through their Twitter, they are listening to the complaints, they are hearing it, and they are willing to go through the steps to fix it, make things right. Hell, they took Iron Giant out the game when I think he had like some unlimited spam loop thing going on with him, but they're showing initiative and actually changing things and fixing things. Will they actually fix the over monetization problem and the predatory practices, such as locking certain parts of Rifts behind basically a paywall? I don't know. I don't know if WB will want to cut into their profit margins based off of their reputation that I've learned so far. But hey, maybe this could be one of those things that could be a bad decision, if you know what I mean. So if this helped you understand Multiversus, I know this video is kind of a little bit unstructured all over the place, but if it helped you out, consider subscribing for more Multiversus news. You won't want to miss it.